Hey guys, it's Hailstorm with a quick guide on the Mobius W boss battle in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed. This one is just so frustrating because you spend all this time slowly chipping away at one of 3 enemy targets. You'll spend your precious chain attack to finish it off, only to find that it's revived with half its health. So you're dealing with 3 enemy targets, a Kevesi Ferronis, an Agnian Ferronis, and then Mobius W himself. You now have a full party of 6 with a balanced number of attackers, healers, and defenders. But before we get into strategy, let's talk about his moveset. So the first couple moves that you'll see are Charged Fire from the Kevesi Ferronis and Agnian Laser from the Agnian. Both are similar, where one will charge a laser to hit a single target. The Agnian Laser does have a chance to inflict defense down and poison. Another move you'll see is Banish and Punish, and this move is actually 2 hits, where the first hit can do a break and the second one has a chance to topple. Another move is called Emergency Boost. All 3 enemies will receive a buff to attack and accuracy. Another move is called Kevesi Laser, where he charges it up and then blasts a multi-target laser that hits the entire party for a pretty good amount of damage. And then he has, of course, Motes of Revival, the blasted move, which will bring back one of the Ferronises with half of its health, and each one is able to revive the other. We'll talk more about how to handle this. Another move is called Doubled Destruction, where both Ferronises will begin charging and then blast all sorts of lasers, attacking the whole party for a lot of damage. Both have to be alive to do this attack. And lastly, you have Limitless Lightning, which will only happen when you have just the Mobius left. Circles are going to appear on the ground and lightning will strike in those circles. It is an area of effect, and so you'll have to run the person who's being targeted around to make sure you're not inflicting damage on the rest of your team. This attack does not end and will just continue until you defeat him. Let's talk about strategy. Now, as far as what not to do, a certain friend of mine, who is definitely not me, was building up the chain attack gauge by fighting the 2 Ferronises and then switched to Mobius W when the chain attack was ready and unleashed Hail's Fury, only to find that all that work was for nothing. With the 2 Ferronises alive, Mobius takes an obscenely minuscule amount of damage. Also, in reality, Mobius W doesn't actually attack you in the first phase, so you're really only dealing with 2 enemies at a time. I've found that the best way to be successful in this fight is to get one Ferronis's HP really low and then swap to the other Ferronis to defeat it, and then swap back to the other low health Ferronis to hopefully take him out before the other gets revived. The only thing to worry about with having both Ferronises alive is his Doubled Destruction move. So if you see that attack pop up, maybe counter it with a chain attack before he wipes your party out. Speaking of chain attacks, in order to deal as much damage as you can, your goal here is to pair chain orders with matching characters so that you can perform a unity order. In this situation, you can see that I've done Matthew and Rex's orders, but A isn't an option now, so pairing Rex and Shulk is my only option for getting that unity order. A couple other tips worth mentioning: selecting an attacker first in an order will give them 125% extra TP, and then use healers to get you closer to 99% as you can. They can't go over that. Also, ending with a defender is good when you want to bring back a person with the highest TP. Ending with an attacker is great when you know you're going to surpass 150 for a Bravo and then get at least 2 people back. A's order is unique in that you'll actually reactivate even more people, so I tend to try to use her order early on. Similar to my last guide on Colony Etta Ferronis, I'd highly suggest you'd make sure that you've equipped gems, accessories, and unlocked skills for each character, including Shulk, Rex, and Glimmer, if you've failed the first time. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything else. Otherwise, feel free to drop a comment to share that information with everyone. As always, thanks so much for watching the video. Hopefully this guide was helpful. If so, then strike that like, and if you're interested in more Xenoblade content, then subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you later. See ya, nerds.